and welcome back to Still Hopes in 5. It is Monday, October the 9th, and I am Stephanie Parker, Still Hopes Director of Public Relations. I'm going to give a high-level overview as I normally do, as well as highlighting a story that aired on our social media channels a couple of weeks ago featuring one of our very own residents. So with that being said, let's get right on into all of that right now. Starting with tomorrow, which is Tuesday, October the 10th, at 3 o'clock in the Keenan Event Center, we will have a talk/presentation. It's an artist insight titled A Collection of Portraits presented by Kimberly Oakley. Now, Kimberly is the Hopewell Art Gallery's featured artist this month and next month, so make sure to not miss this on Tuesday at 3 o'clock. Then on Wednesday, October the 11th at 11 o'clock in the Chapel of the Holy Spirit, we will have our Prayers for Healing service. This will be led by the Trinity Cathedral clergy. All residents are welcome to attend this service at 11 o'clock. Then later on Wednesday evening at 6:30 in the Keenan Event Center, we will have a concert by Ross Holmes. This is by reservation only, but there is not a charge for this event. So that concert is taking place on Wednesday at 6:30. Then on Thursday, October the 12th at 3 o'clock in the Keenan Event Center, we will have another installment of Terrific Thursday. This will be a presentation on France and the surrounding area presented by our very own Fran Wheeler. So you won't want to miss that. That is on Thursday at 3 o'clock. Lastly, on Saturday, October the 14th at 10 o'clock in the Keenan Event Center, we will have a Parker Quartet concert with a reception immediately following the concert in the atrium. So you won't want to miss that on Saturday morning at 10 o'clock. And for this week's social media spotlight, we will hear the story of a Still Hopes resident who fought to regain her strength and get back to the things that she loved after an injury.
I really didn't know that I had any back problems until COVID and couldn't swim because had been my major exercise. So for 14 months we walked, and that's when I discovered I had very serious back problems.
The only way to correct Barbara's specific back problem was with a complex back surgery that would require 2 days of actual surgery, over a week in the hospital, and extensive rehab. Little did Barbara know that even after all of that, she wouldn't be out of the woods just yet.
5 months into it, I broke a rod and had to have another back surgery, and didn't come back from that one as successfully as I did before. So in talking with my surgeon, he said maybe we ought to look at another approach, and perhaps since I had done everything with physical therapy, perhaps having a personal trainer or taking another approach to rehab would be a better option. Of course, I didn't follow up on that immediately until I fell one morning going to the pool, and quickly made an appointment with Taylor.
She knew what she wanted to work on. She knew what her end goal was. She wanted to improve her balance, she needed to improve her strength from the surgery, and she wanted to get that piece back. So for her, I kind of knew what the goal was. And so I could go into more about what the surgery was, figure out what the restrictions were, what she could and couldn't do, as far as the limitations that the surgery would put in place.
When we started, the benefits that I saw immediately was it was not one size fits all. It was very specific, meeting my particular needs. And coming to personal training, I think before I thought it was one of those, because I didn't know anything about it, it's one where you did one push-up and the trainer said, do two more. That's not at all what it is. And I'm stronger, I stand straighter, I can go longer, I swim faster, and also it's fun. I have really had a good time. I can bounce the ball all the way down my hall and back. I haven't bounced a ball since I was in high school.
seeing Barbara's courage to come in and say, I've got to do something to get me back to where I was. That taking that first initial step, but then the outside of that, the strides and the confidence that she's built just coming down and training twice a week, and the things that she can come in and do now to give her back joy in her life is leaps and bounds above what personal training can do for you. Just walking in, I know times she comes in after training, she goes, I can do this. I am excited because I was able to do this without feeling like I'm gonna fall. And seeing that excitement and joy, if anybody can have a little piece of something like that in their day, of knowing that they've gotten that small piece back and are slowly working towards that, it's just something I felt like anybody needs and should experience at some point.
And that's going to be all for today's episode. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you right back here with me next week.